In today's video, we'll be taking a journey through history to explore the top 10 greatest speeches of all time and their impact on society. Let's get started. Number 10. I Have a Dream. Martin Luther King Jr., 1963. One of the most iconic speeches in American history, Dr. King's call for racial equality and civil rights touched the hearts of millions and inspired generations to work towards a more just and equal society.
Sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day.
Number 9. Ich bin ein Berliner. John F. Kennedy, 1963. President Kennedy's speech in West Berlin during the height of the Cold War demonstrated America's commitment to democracy and freedom, and it solidified the bond between the United States and West Germany in their struggle against communism.
And therefore, as a free man, I take pride in the words, Ich bin ein Berliner.
Number 8. The Gettysburg Address. Abraham Lincoln, 1863. In just over 2 minutes, President Lincoln's speech eloquently captured the essence of the American Civil War and redefined the nation's commitment to equality and democracy, making it a cornerstone of American history.
That this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth.
Number 7. We Shall Fight on the Beaches. Winston Churchill, 1940. At the height of World War II, British Prime Minister Winston Churchill delivered a rousing speech that rallied the nation and fortified their resolve to fight against Nazi Germany, playing a crucial role in the eventual victory of the Allies.
We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be. We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall fight in the fields and in the streets. We shall fight in the hills. We shall never surrender!
Number 6. Women's Rights to the Suffrage. Susan B. Anthony, 1873. Susan B. Anthony's powerful speech advocated for women's right to vote, paving the way for the eventual passage of the 19th Amendment in 1920, which granted women's suffrage in the United States.
Your denial of my citizens' right to vote is the denial of my right of consent as one of the governed, the denial of my right of representation as one of the taxed, the denial of my right to a trial by a jury of my peers as an offender against law. Therefore, the denial of my sacred right to life, liberty.
Number 5. The Ballot or the Bullet. Malcolm X, 1964. Malcolm X's passionate speech called for African Americans to fight for their rights by any means necessary, marking a significant moment in the civil rights movement and influencing future generations of activists.
Brothers and sisters, our friends and our enemies. Here in the Western Hemisphere, and first here in the United States, and bring about the freedom of these people by any means necessary.
Number 4. Ain't I a Woman? Sojourner Truth, 1851. Sojourner Truth's poignant speech at the Women's Rights Convention highlighted the intersectionality of race and gender, challenging the prevailing notions of inequality and demanding equal rights for all.
And ain't I a woman? I could work as much and eat as much as any man when I could get it. And I could bear the lash as well. And ain't I a woman? I have borne 13 children, seen most sold off into slavery. And when I cried out with a mother's grief, none but Jesus heard me. And ain't I a woman?
Number 3. Give me liberty or give me death. Patrick Henry, 1775. Patrick Henry's fiery speech in support of American independence from Britain helped ignite the Revolutionary War and laid the groundwork for the founding principles of the United States.
Is peace so sweet as to be purchased at the price of chains and slavery? Forbid it, Almighty God. For I know not what course others may take. But as for me, give me liberty, or give me death.
Number 2. I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears, and sweat. Winston Churchill, 1940. In his first speech as Prime Minister, Churchill promised the British people an unwavering commitment to victory in the face of adversity, setting the tone for his leadership throughout World War II.
As I said to those who have joined the government, I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears, and sweat.
Number 1. The Tragedy of the Commons. Garrett Hardin, 1968. Garrett Hardin's speech introduced the concept of the tragedy of the commons, emphasizing the importance of sustainable resource management and sparking a global conversation about environmental conservation and stewardship.
The population problem has no technical solution. It requires a fundamental extension in morality.
Which speech do you think had the most significant impact on society? Let us know in the comments below. As always, if you enjoyed, please consider subscribing.